Welcome. My name is Paul Rellinger. I'm the Communications Chair for CPS-ECP. We're talking to a lot of our members benefit suppliers and certainly one that has been with CPS-ECP for a while is Cowan Insurance Group. And I'm really glad to be joined today by Dave Bruckner, who's a sales consultant with Cowan. How you doing, Dave?
Not too bad, my friend. How about yourself?
Very good, and thank you for making the time. I thought maybe a good place to start, if we could, Dave, is you could tell me a little bit about Cowan Insurance Group. And in particular, I was intrigued by you guys have a foundation at Cowan as well that does a lot of great work in the community. So kind of gave us a thumbnail sketch of what Cowan's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cowan's, we've been insuring Canadians since 1927. So we got 95 years under our belt. We've got 10 locations now across Canada, most of which here in Ontario. We deal everything from personal insurance to commercial health benefits and so on. And yeah, one of our big core focuses is not only being in the cities that we do business in, but actually helping the population around us with the Cowan Foundation. So Cowan takes the foundation and they do a lot of philanthropic stuff in the cities where we actually have offices. And that ranges anywhere from, community groups to events to Cowan Fields, for sports and recreation, to the colleges, medical fields. So Cowan really prides itself on helping out Canadians, not only in the insurance, but also on the philanthropic, to kind of get back to the communities that we do business in.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool, because you see a lot of companies that, and you're certainly no different, that, rather than, it seems like everybody's talking about take from a community, but you give back, right? And where you live is important to you, and where you do business is important to you.
Absolutely. And, being headquartered in Cambridge, and having a number of offices in smaller locations, of course, Cowan, is somewhat more of a household name. We're Canadian owned, privately held organization. No interest in changing that, and the foundation it really goes out to just helping the people in our communities where we're trying to conduct business.
Well, your partnership with CPS-ECP is certainly highlighted by your involvement as a members benefit supplier. I was looking at the list of benefits one can derive from Cowan by being a member. It's a pretty long list, but we're really talking about coverage here, that's kind of tailored for the boater, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So the Cowan and CPS partnership, it just makes sense on all levels. Cowan prides itself in trying to make sure Canadians are well protected in their insurance, their business, and their lives. And of course, CPS is worldwide known for boater safety and education. And they, those two things just come together. Of course, we want to make sure people are insured, but safety while operating a boat or a vehicle of any kind really is a top priority. And nobody does it better than CPS. So, the partnership is just great all around.
Kind of a no-brainer, really.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about, I'm not sure if you can off the top of your head, and I hope you can, just some of the highlights of that coverage? I know there's right off the top, there's a discount, rather sizable discount for boat insurance for members.
Yeah, so straight off the top, of course, the boat insurance is key for CPS members. So it's a 15% discount on boat insurance, not only on the premium, but there's also a 10% decrease in the policy deductible for every year that they go without a claim, up to 50% off. We've got coverages available for Southern cruises, which seems to be, less and less out on the market, and 12-month navigation where there's no layup period that's required. All of these things are really only available to CPS members. And, of course, this just lends the fact that CPS prides itself on the safety. So some of these things that may be restricted for other folks is a little bit lessened for CPS members who pride themselves in safety and being great boaters.
And Dave, obviously this is your business. You know it as well as anyone. When you look at this package that CPS-ECP members can tap into, in terms of its competitiveness with across the board. A pretty good deal for boaters.
Absolutely. So I also want to touch on the fact, so getting a discount on the boat insurance is of course a key part, but also CPS members get a discount on their home and auto insurance as well. So just by being a CPS member, the discount is up to 20% on both your home and auto insurance. When you get into that group, they don't charge you, additional service fees for your monthly payments. There are a little bit more customized solutions available, and it's available across Canada. So when you start piling these discounts together against all lines, it can really add up to just pretty good savings for CPS folks.
That's a pretty good reminder that CPS-ECP members aren't always on their boats. They also have houses and cars, right?
That's right.
They spend a lot of time in too. So thanks for bringing that up. How does Cowan see its partnership with CPS-ECP in terms of being a good fit with its own business model?
Right. So, Cowan's slogan is, of course, we care about what you care about. And, we spread the message across Canada of being a locally owned Canadian operated business. The foundation does some great things out there. And of course, CPS is across Canada and across the world spreading that same message of, safety and information. And that's really what we try and do every day, is to educate people to make sure they're well covered. And you're not missing out on, key things that are important. In the future, of course, Cowan is continually expanding and trying to get our message out. And the partnership with CPS, as I mentioned before, it just makes sense. We strive towards the same things. We give back to our communities. We're all safety and education focused. So it really is a no-brainer for the two to come together.
And as Cowan kind of inches his way slowly towards its 100th anniversary, which isn't that far off.
No, it's not.
Do you see this relationship with CPS-ECP? I hope the answer is yes, but do you see it as being in good standing moving forward?
I absolutely do. My indication is that we're planning on having this partnership going for the duration. The one thing that I want to clarify too is, CPS members take great pride in their safety and education. And in the insurance world, we look for those types of people that are going out there for the extra education, take the navigation courses, do things that are going to be safety, not only for yourself, your family, but for those around you. So honestly, this partnership it's going long term, and we're pretty happy with that too.
Well, that's great to hear. And Dave, I want to thank you for your time today, and certainly want to thank Cowan for its continued commitment to CPS-ECP. I know our members appreciate it, and here's to many, many years ahead. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure. And I look forward to talking to CPS members in the future. You folks are great. So thank you.
Thank you.